Yes, I'm at the Greenfield Terrace lobby. There's a man standing here. He doesn't live here. He's loitering, checking his phone. He keeps looking around. He's definitely waiting for someone.
Ma'am, I have on in.
No, sir, not until police arrive. He's still here. Navy coat, briefcase, about 6'2".
She called cops on a black man in a winter coat for breathing too calmly. She said he didn't belong. She said he was waiting to do something. She said his silence was dangerous. What she didn't know, what no one in that lobby knew, was that the quiet man they were filming had ended wars without firing a shot. And when the truth came out on camera, the whole building would wish the feed had gone dark. Before we jump in, hit subscribe if you want real stories that hit hard and stay with you, and drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. Let's get into it. Don't move any closer. The woman's voice cut through the lobby like broken glass. I already told you, she said louder now, phone held up like a badge. You do not live here. The black man stood 3 feet from the door. So, hands open. One leather briefcase hanging easy from his left hand. Snow melted in dark dots on the navy wool of his coat. I'm visiting Unit 3B, he said. Come. Oh. Name's Darius. I texted him. He's on his way down. The woman took a step back anyway. Her eyes flicked to his hands, to his pockets, to his face. No, she snapped. You're lying. You keep checking your phone. That's suspicious. She turned, angling her phone toward the ceiling camera. Yes, hi 911, she said. I'm in the lobby at Ashwood Glen Apartments. There's a man here. He doesn't live here. He's been pacing. He's waiting for someone. Darius hadn't paced once. Darius Coleman was 34 years old. 6'2". Clean hairline. No jewelry. No loud colors. The kind of man people looked past every day because he did not demand attention. He had learned that skill young. Right now, he stood with his shoulders relaxed, breath even, eyes steady. He had worn calmer faces in louder places. Desert heat. Marble halls. Rooms where one word could ruin countries. But none of that showed on him now. Right now, he just looked like a black man in the wrong place, according to the woman blocking the door. His phone buzzed softly in his palm. He didn't look at it. The woman did. See, she said sharply. He's signaling someone. I'm answering a text, Darius replied. She laughed. A short, tight sound. That's what they all say. Marilyn Whitcomb was 52 and wore authority like armor. Petite frame pulled straight as a ruler. Beige trench coat buttoned up to her chin even indoors. Hair cut in a sharp bob that never moved, like it had been shellacked into place. Her eyes were always searching. For rules being broken. For people who didn't belong. For threats she could name before they named her. She had been on the HOA board for 12 years. Vice president twice. President once until politics pushed her out. She called herself observant. Others called her difficult. Right now she was alive with purpose. He won't give me his unit number, she said into the phone. He's refusing to leave. I feel unsafe. Darius blinked once. I gave you the unit number, he said. You didn't listen. I don't have to listen to you, Marilyn shot back. This is private property. 2 residents had stopped near the mailboxes. A young couple. They watched without speaking. A man in a hoodie pretended to scroll his phone. No one stepped in. Marilyn planted her body between Darius and the door. Back up, she ordered. You're too close. He was not. Ma'am, he said evenly, you're blocking the entrance. That's for residents, she snapped. Not loiterers. The word hung there. Loiterer. Darius felt it hit deep and old. He kept his face smooth. I'm not loitering, he said. I'm waiting. For what? She demanded. To steal packages? To follow someone upstairs? That's enough, Darius said quietly. Marilyn's eyes flashed. Oh, so now you're threatening me? She said into the phone. Yes, dispatcher, he's getting agitated. He wasn't. But the lie sounded good in her mouth. A door opened somewhere above them. Footsteps. Someone coughed. Marilyn raised her voice, feeding off the audience. You people think you can just walk anywhere now, she said. No respect. No rules. Darius looked at her fully for the first time. Choose your words, he said. She recoiled like she'd been slapped. Did you hear that? She said to the room. He's intimidating me. The lobby camera whirred softly overhead. Wide-angle lens. No sound. Just images. It caught Marilyn's rigid stance. The way she blocked the door with her body. It caught Darius standing still, hands open, briefcase down by his side. It caught the space between them, a gap filled with fear that only went one way. Outside, winter pressed against the glass. Blue dusk. Snow piled dirty at the curb. Inside, the air felt thin. Darius remembered another lobby once. Different building. Different country. He remembered standing in a suit just like this while men twice his rank argued about what to do next. He remembered choosing silence. Letting others underestimate him. Silence had saved lives. It could save this moment too. He swallowed. Police are on their way, Marilyn announced. I suggest you leave before this gets worse. I'm not going anywhere, Darius said. 3 more residents drifted in. A woman with a stroller. An older man with a cane. Phones came out. Someone whispered, "What's going on?" Marilyn answered loudly, "This man is trespassing." Darius corrected her. "I'm not." She ignored him. "You never know these days," she said to the group. "They case places. They wait." The stroller woman frowned. "Did he do anything?" "He's here," Marilyn said. "That's enough." Darius exhaled slowly through his nose. Red and blue lights flashed outside. Marilyn's mouth curled in triumph. "Good," she said. "Now we'll see." 2 officers entered. Boots wet with snow. Hands already near their belts. "What's the problem?" one asked. Marilyn rushed forward. "This man," she said, pointing, "refused to identify himself. He doesn't live here." He was lurking. The officers looked at Darius. "Sir," the taller one said, "ID." Darius nodded once. Reached slowly into his coat. Pulled out his wallet. Marilyn sucked in a breath. "Careful," she said. The officer held up a hand. Took the ID. Looked at it. His brow furrowed. "Mr. Coleman," he said. "What are you doing here?" "Waiting for a client," Darius replied. "Client?" Marilyn scoffed. "This is a residence, not an office." The officer glanced at his partner. "You mind stepping outside while we sort this out?" he asked Darius. Snow swirled behind the glass. "I do mind," Darius said. "I'm not doing anything wrong." The lobby went quiet. Marilyn's face tightened. "You see," she said. "Uncooperative." Darius met the officer's eyes. "Am I being detained?" he asked. The question landed heavy. The officer hesitated. "No," he said. "Then I'll wait right here," Darius said. Something flickered behind the officer's eyes. Doubt. Calculation. Marilyn felt control slipping. "This is unbelievable," she said. "After everything I do for this building." She turned to Darius. "If something happens tonight," she hissed, "that's on you." Darius said nothing. The elevator dinged somewhere above. Darius's phone buzzed again. This time he looked. 1 line of text. "On my way down. With company." Darius slid the phone back into his pocket. He straightened his coat. The camera caught it all. And the balance of power was about to snap. The elevator bell rang again. This time it was closer. Marilyn Whitcomb folded her arms tight, like she was holding the whole building together with her bones. The officers shifted their weight. One of them glanced up at the camera, then back at Darius like the lens itself made him uneasy. The doors slid open. A man stepped out. He was older than Darius. Late 40s. Broad shoulders. Gray at the temples. Black pea coat with a city pin on the lapel. His walk was smooth, slow, like he never rushed because nothing ever chased him. Behind him came a woman in a charcoal suit, phone already in her hand. And behind her, 2 men who did not look like residents. They looked like guards. The first man scanned the room in one sweep. The second locked eyes with the officers. The older man smiled when he saw Darius. "There you are," he said warmly. "Sorry I'm late." Marilyn stepped forward at once. "Excuse me," she said sharp. "This area is under police review." The man looked at her like she had spoken in a foreign language. Then he turned to the officers. "Evening," he said. "Councilman Everett Klein. 3rd Ward." Both officers straightened without thinking. "Sir," one said. "We didn't know." "It's fine," Klein said gently. "I'm here for Mr. Coleman." Marilyn blinked. "For who?" Klein turned back to Darius. "You okay?" he asked. Darius nodded once. "I'm fine." The lobby went still. Phones lifted higher. Marilyn laughed, thin and nervous. "This is ridiculous. You can't just walk in and claim." "Ma'am," Klein said calmly, "this man is my chief compliance officer." Her mouth opened. Closed. "What?" she whispered. The woman in the charcoal suit stepped forward. "Darius Coleman," she said clearly, voice steady, "is a federal ethics advisor contracted by 3 city departments and 2 defense committees. He's also a decorated veteran." The word veteran hit the room like thunder. Marilyn took a step back. No, she said. That's not, he didn't. Darius finally spoke again. I didn't think I needed to explain myself, he said quietly. One of the guards moved closer to Marilyn, not threatening, just present. The officers looked at each other. You called him suspicious? Klein said softly. On what grounds? Marilyn's face flushed red to white. He was lingering, she stammered. He wouldn't leave. He was invited, Klein said. The stroller woman covered her mouth. The man with the cane shook his head slowly. Phones kept rolling. Darius turned to the officers. I assume I'm free to stand in a lobby now, he said. Yes, sir, the taller officer said quickly. Of course. Marilyn spun on them. You're just going to let him? Ma'am, the officer cut in, there's no cause here. Her eyes darted around the room. To the residents. To the camera. To Darius. You embarrassed me, she hissed at him. Darius met her gaze. You embarrassed yourself, he said. Councilman Klein looked up at the lens. This footage, he said, will be requested. Marilyn's knees seemed to weaken. No, she whispered. You can't. We can, the woman in the suit said. And we will. She held up her phone. It's already live. A murmur rippled through the crowd. The hoodie man whispered, this is everywhere. Marilyn's voice broke. I was just being careful. Darius stepped forward, not toward her, but past her. Toward the door she had blocked. He stopped there. Turned. Careful for who? He asked. She had no answer. The HOA president pushed through the crowd, breathless. Marilyn, he said. What did you do? She shook her head wildly. I was protecting us. He looked at Darius, then at Klein. I'm so sorry, he said. This does not reflect. It reflects exactly what it is, Klein replied. The woman in the suit spoke again. There will be a review of HOA conduct, she said. Effective immediately. Marilyn sagged. No, she said. Please. Darius watched her, not with joy, not with anger. Just tired understanding. Silence fell. The stroller woman stepped forward. I'm sorry, she said to Darius. I should have said something. He nodded. Next time, he said. The officers apologized again. One looked ashamed. Outside, the lights turned off. The storm passed. Darius and Klein waited for the elevator. Klein leaned close. You didn't have to stay calm. Darius smiled faintly. Yes, he said. I did. The doors opened. As they stepped inside, Marilyn watched from the corner, smaller than she had ever been. The elevator closed. The camera kept rolling. Later, when the clip went viral, people replayed one moment again and again. The moment Darius said, silence is not guilt. Sometimes it's restraint. If this story stayed with you, subscribe for more that matter. And tell me, have you ever been judged before anyone knew your truth?